2 years later, you were suspended by the Steelers for failing to show up on Monday team practice. What was the story behind that? Because now this is your first time, right?
Uh,
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that on a Monday team practice. I really don't recall that. I wouldn't doubt it though.
He was. How many times did you get suspended
I
for?
wouldn't doubt it. I would say twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Just for not showing up, like for
but
practice.
But it's just like for practice.
Yeah.
You know.
You're not suspended for the game or anything.
No.
Right. Okay. 2005. When did you go to the Giants? So 2005 season.
2005, yes.
Season you played for the Giants, and then you signed a 6-year, $25 million contract with the Giants.
Yeah, with the Giants. Yeah.
Right.
It was a tough decision, man, for me to leave Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Why? So what happened? Why did that?
It was a tough decision because, I had built a relationship with all those guys that I had played with for 5 years.
Steeler fans like me were very confused, like what?
We were tight. We were real close. And it basically business got in the way of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat down with the coach and the management and everybody at that time, and I was like, I feel like I can do more. I kind of feel like I'm playing shackles, and I was so frustrated with just sitting on the backside of the offense getting double teamed and not really being I didn't really think I was really flourishing as a player. I was already going into my 5th season.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really feel like I was at where I wanted to be. And the system wasn't helping me get to that point. So, football was a lot different back then.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh, we had Jerome Bettis, and we were running the ball 30 times a game.
Yeah, a lot of times, yes.
We would throw it 18 to 20. You get your 5 or 6 attempts. I'll get my 5 or 6. Hines get his 5 or 6. A couple of tight ends because you're only getting like 60 plays a game. And that was basically the recipe. I wanted to, I go home and I see, you see, Marvin Harrison and, Reggie Wayne and Moss. Mm-hmm. And these boys are like, they're killing it.
Putting up numbers.
Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Jimmy Smith. And you're like, these boys playing in West Coast offenses, and they 150, 160 a week. And I'm like, man, I want to be in that group. And me being in Pittsburgh, that system wasn't going to allow me to do that. And so they basically were like, we're not going to change our philosophy and our style and our offense for one person. So I made the executive decision myself to, go to New York and kind of put myself in a place to where I thought, I could win a championship.
When you left the Steelers, they won the Super Bowl, right?
They did. And, the crazy thing about it was still the Steelers and the Giants offered me the same contract.
Same contract. But you felt better going to...
I just felt that, based off of,
ball movement.
Eli Manning was there. I said, if he's anything halfway like his brother, then I got a chance. You know what I'm saying? And then they had Jeremy Shockey. You had Jeremy.
Oh, yeah.
I had a tight end. You had Amani. You had Tiki. And it was just, put yourself into this system, man, and just ride it out because we're not going to do anything but continue to get better. And that's how that whole thing went.
So how was this deal with the Giants compared to the first deal that you did? This was more of a business move.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Because you get to a certain point to where you want to win. This football thing, man, it's not gonna last for a long time. I was already going in year 5. I was going into year 6, and on top of that, man, we had just lost to the New England Patriots twice in 5 years in the AFC Championship game. And I'm saying to myself, I said, hey, man, look. If you want to get a chance to win the championship, you have to get to the NFC because ain't nobody beating Tom Brady. Right now.
Yeah, that's fast.
So I ended up playing against him anyway. I've been playing against his kids since I was in college.
Still couldn't get rid of him.
He beats us twice in Pittsburgh. I think the last one hurt. No, yeah, the last one hurt. The first one hurt because we were 13-3, and then my 5th year we were 15-1. Then we went 15-1, and it was a beautiful day, man. when they came to Pittsburgh and beat us in '01. And we had already, like, but knew we were going. It was like, we was booking flights and rooms and the whole shit. And it was freezing in Pittsburgh the whole week. I mean, freezing. I'm talking about in the single digits. We practicing outside because we got to play in it. And we wake up on Sunday, and I don't know how it happened. We woke up on Sunday, it was 70 degrees.
Beautiful.
We was like, oh, shit, we finna whip their ass, you know what I mean? And they beat us. We were stunned. It was a perfect day. And, nobody had knew Tom Brady at the time, Drew Bledsoe had got hurt. Tom Brady had came in and relieved him. And then we saying to ourselves, we're like, oh, man, we got a rookie quarterback. We basically got a rookie quarterback we're playing against. We're going to beat him up, punch him in the mouth, and get to the chip, which we do. We knock him out of the game, and Drew Bledsoe comes
back, yeah.
And that was the worst possible thing that could have happened to us.
When you thought it would have been good.
And then on top of that, man, it was like 3rd and 18, and he come in 3rd and 18 and throw a laser across the middle, and they get the first down. You're like, oh, man. It was the worst thing that could have happened to us.